In today's video, I demonstrate how to do basic stage makeup using this kit, the Mini Pro Student Makeup Kit by Mehron. And when I completed the look, I decided to go back in with a couple other products of my own just to enhance the eyes a little bit more and the lips, as you'll see in the tutorial. But overall, I think that this kit has a little bit of everything you need, especially if you're a man or a child. It has everything. But as a woman, I definitely want some mascara and some lip liner, etc., etc. So you'll see what I use in the video.
The kit includes an instruction manual on age makeup, a stipple sponge, which I'm not going to use in this demo, but can be used for dirt, age spots, and scrapes, translucent powder, 2 sponges, a powder puff, an applicator brush, a brown pencil, and the makeup palette. On the back of the palette are the names of all the colors in it, so it's easy to purchase more of any color you may use up faster than the others.
When you order the kit, you can get it in fair, olive fair, medium, olive medium, medium dark, dark. So pretty much light, medium, dark. You just pick which one you think you are, and it has 4 different foundation colors within, in my case, the fair category that I can mix and match until I get a color that matches my skin tone best. So it's a lot more idiot proof. A lot of the stores that sell theater makeup don't allow you to test it. And if you want to order it online, obviously you can't test it yourself. So when I recommend a kit to people who are just starting out, I want to make it as simple and easy as possible for them. And this is pretty much as simple and easy as it gets, and this palette itself feels really heavy duty. It doesn't feel like it's gonna get damaged or broken anytime soon. So we have the foundation colors, the contour, the highlight, the cheeks, and the lips. The cheek color you can also use on the lips. I went with the darkest one today. I really don't think it looks raspberry. I don't know why they call it raspberry. It's pretty cherry red in my opinion. Something that none of these starter kits generally have are mascara, Q-tips, baby wipes, and pencil sharpeners. Don't forget your pencil sharpener, like this one right here.
Tie your hair out of your face or use a hair clip or headband. Wash and moisturize your face. If you're going to apply your foundation with your hands, be sure to wash them first. You can also use the sponge in the kit. I tested all 4 colors on my face and felt like they could all work pretty well, but the one I thought looked best was light olive. It's recommended for stage makeup to use a color 1 shade darker than your own and to have it be in the olive range. While applying it, I noticed it was very silky and smooth, very moist. It blended in really well. Be sure to apply your foundation to your eyelids. Blend it into your hairline and down your jawline onto your neck. Diffuse the color so there's no obvious line of demarcation. Applying foundation to your ears is a step I often skip on myself, but it's extremely important for people who get flushed from the heat when on stage. If you tend to get red in the face and ears, but your foundation is only on your face, your ears will look bright red and you'll look strange. As I'm applying this, I'm noticing how slippery and blendable this product is, which is great. It almost disappears into the skin. The problem, however, is if I'm applying it with a sweeping motion across my face with the sponge, it starts to rub off a little bit, and it's especially noticeable in areas where I want more coverage, like where I have blemishes. So I go back over the blemished areas again, but instead of rubbing and wiping with the sponge, I blot and pat, which leaves behind more product and gives me more coverage. Now, some people at this point choose to powder their face before applying the contouring. I chose not to because I was curious how the contour color would blend into my foundation underneath. I'm applying the contour color with the front of my sponge, and then I turn the sponge around to use the back square part that's clean to blend and move the color around until it's in a place I like. You can also use the clean part of the sponge as an eraser to remove extra product where you don't like it. If you want to keep your application even more simple, skip contouring with shadow and highlight and just contour your cheeks with the colored blush. If you're in a very small, intimate theater with under 100 people, strong contouring can be distracting instead of helpful. And if you're new at applying contouring and you haven't mastered it yet, it might end up just looking dirty. So keeping it simple with blush is often the best way to go. I'm using the clean sponge to apply my highlight color on top of my cheekbone and blending with my finger. Be careful not to mix the highlight and shadow colors into each other. I'm applying the highlight color like a concealer all over my eyelid and underneath my eye. and in the center next to my nose so my eyes don't look quite so close together. I'm starting my nose contour with the highlight and then following with shadows on either side and blending down. When contouring your nose, you're either emphasizing the shape you already have or you have the opportunity to change the shape. If I wanted to change the width of my nose, I'd make the dark lines closer together or further apart. I could also make my nose look broken if I wanted by making them more crooked. In my case, I'm trying to make it look straighter. Adding the highlight contour on the jaw. Blending. Now we're applying the loose powder. Loose powder sets the cream makeup in place. Be sure to use a patting or rolling motion. Don't rub or wipe because that could smear the makeup. I really don't like this powder puff very much. I definitely recommend the one in the Ben Nye kit more or buy one from Cinema Secrets. This puff isn't very big. It doesn't hold very much powder, so you see I have to go back down and grab more constantly, which is annoying. Normally, I would wipe off the excess powder with a big brush, but since there isn't one in the kit, I'm using my fingers to lightly dust off the extra. The rouge goes between the highlight and the shadow color. I'm applying it with a tapping motion using my fingertip. Cheek color and contouring should stop at your iris and not continue towards the center of your face at your nose. No apples of your cheeks, just your cheekbones. I'm applying the cream contour color in my eye socket, in and slightly above my crease and blending out, but not going as far as my eyebrow. Where you choose to apply your eyeshadow is based on your eye shape, but this is a generally good rule of thumb. Since I'm not given a second brush, I decided to apply the highlight under my brow with a Q-tip and blending with my finger. I press some powder in to set the cream on my eyelid, and I feel with my fingertips to make sure it's set and dry. The pencil they gave us in the kit to use for eyeliner and eyebrows happens to be rather auburn brown, and so it actually works out perfectly for my eyebrows. I don't think that would be the case with everybody. You can see there's quite a lot of red in that brown. It's not a neutral or a cool brown. It applies really easily though. It's very creamy and slides along my skin really easily. It doesn't feel like it's pulling as some pencils do. Start your eyeliner at the outer corner and work your way in. When you get to the pupil, the eyeliner should diffuse so that there's no liner by the time you get to the tear duct area. Only apply eyeliner in the inner corner of your eyes if your eyes are more than one width apart from each other. Don't apply eyeliner with your eyes closed like this. It gives it a bumpy surface to work on. You can gently pull it taut like you would a t-shirt that you're signing on the last day of camp. If you try to draw over a bumpy surface, it's just going to pull and be spotted and look bad. Be gentle when you're pulling this skin though, it's very delicate. Eyeliner should be thinner on the inner corners and thicker on the outer corners, and be drawn in an up and outward angle to lift your eyes up. For most performance situations, I think using the cheek color I used would be a nice subtle lip color for stage, especially for children and men. But in this situation, I decided let's go for the big guns and pull out the candy apple red, which they call raspberry, and I apply that to my mouth with the brush they provide. When I step back to analyze the look, I realized that my cheek color just has no pop to it at all. I originally used the tawny pink cheek color, and now I'm going back over it again with the raspberry, which is the lip color I just used. It's very, very bright. I don't know if it's the most flattering for a redhead, but it is effective, and I think on some stages having a color this bright might actually be a good thing, especially for ballerinas or dancers. The tawny pink isn't a bad color, I just didn't think it was bright enough next to the lipstick I'm wearing. Here I am blotting my lipstick and applying powder over the lipstick to set it so it doesn't smudge. So at this point, I've done everything I can with the makeup in the kit, but I still don't feel like there's enough attention to my eyes, and the red lipstick doesn't have as much shape as I would like. So I go in with a couple of my own products. This is the Waterpoof Eyeliner by Makeup Forever in matte dark brown. And I'm going over the outer corners of my eyes and blending it into the dark brown eyeliner that came with the kit. This is just a darker, richer color that makes my eyes pop a lot more than that other one. If you get the medium or dark kits, you'll get a black eyeliner, so this won't be an issue for you. But then you might need to get a lighter color pencil for your eyebrows. I curl my eyelashes, and I use black mascara by Crown. I start my mascara application on the bottom lash line because I find if I start on the top, I'm more likely to get mascara on my upper lid when I'm then going down and doing the bottom afterward. So by starting at the bottom, it helps prevent that from happening. You see how just a tiny bit of black mascara can make a big difference to this look. I'm not wearing fake eyelashes or anything like that. This is just basic everyday mascara. And then of course I go back with a Q-tip to get whatever fell on the bottom. And then I go in with a Mary Kay dark red lip liner to give my lips a sharper shape. I'm able to contour the edges. It gives it a more 3D look. I also get sick of wiping my brush off every 2 seconds, so I pull out another brush of my own that I'm using to apply foundation around my lips to give the lip line more sharpness.
So this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and make any comments for requests for future videos. Thank you so much.